Good morning, good afternoon, and evening, depending upon where you are, Tradespooners. Welcome to today's discussion for today's pick on January 14th, 2014. We're going to look at a short, bearish position on RAC hosting, ticker symbol RAX. Now we're looking at our proprietary risk-reward rating here from Tradespoon set at 4. The value momentum indicator is at a 3, so they're both on the low end of the curve. And as always, if you want to dig deeper into our proprietary analysis here at Tradespoon, take a look at our report. Let's get down to the price activity and then get to the picks. So taking a look at RAX, the closing price was $35.83, well off its 52-week high of $81.36. We're looking at the 52-week low at $33.91, so we're right off of those 52-week lows. We're looking at implied vol right around 40, which is, if you take out one spike in that implied vol 52-week range of the implied volatility, it's actually a high implied volatility for Rackspace. And it's actually looking closer to 50 as we go into this new expiration cycle, or going into, January expiration and into February, March. And we're going to be looking at March options, ladies and gentlemen. The options are going to be expiring on March 22nd, 3/22. So let's get into the picks. The stock trade is sell short RAX at $35.83. Now we're recommending that you put in a target gain of $8.10 lower, which would get you roughly out at around 27 and some change, 27.73. And we're going to put a buy stop above our entry short, above at about $8.10 higher. That would be a buy stop. So basically you're looking at around $43 and some change. And again, use risk and capital management as you see fit. And we also suggest that you're using only about 1 to 5% of the available capital, whether that's percentage of buying power or cash available in a position. Now let's take an options trade. We're looking at buying the March $36 puts. Now, those do expire on the 22nd of March, which is that third Friday. We're suggesting an entry price of $3.30. Our target gain on these puts are going to be $3.30 higher than that entry price. So we're going to put in an order once we're filled at $6.60 to sell the close. Now, as far as max loss, well, we're going to basically say put at risk the total amount of debit that we have in the position, which again, as I have discussed before in the past, be very focused on the number of contracts you do. Like we are suggesting 1 to 5% of either cash available or percentage of buying power. Now, for those of you that don't want to pay the full $3.30, let's take a look at a spread option, and no pun intended. We're actually looking to buy the $36 puts and pay the $3.30. But to offset that purchase price, we're going to sell a put that's below the put that we're buying. And we're going to sell the $35 puts and collect $2.80, which basically mitigates almost everything but 50 cents of our risk in the trade. Now, what does that mean from risk reward? Well, the maximum you could make is the difference between the put strike prices. So 35, 36 is $1, and we're paying 50 cents. So the max profit would be if Rackspace is at $35 between now and March expiration, we would make 50 cents. That would basically cover our expenses. And we will not make any further profit if the underlying goes down past $35. And as always, you can utilize our virtual trade if you have never done one of these strategies. For you options traders, a few other notes. I've already discussed about volatility. Other than the 180 spike that we had, 188 on the vol, it's actually trading on the upper end of the range, which is an indicator of potential movement. In other words, there is some sort of a heightened expectation of movement. Also, the estimated moving average going into February options, right now they're pricing in roughly around $4.25 of potential movement between now and February expiration. Now, yes, these are March options that we are looking to do, but I wanted to throw that out. And as always, That could change if the market action environment changes or the underlying environment changes. As far as the stock chart's concerned, you can see it's been in a bearish trend, and it has been in a bit of a consolidation basically since December and early January. Key stock events, you can see the technical and fundamental events that we've seen, and we point out here at right here down below at the key stock events, and news and commentary. One other thing about key stock events, we're going to be listing the earnings dates for these particular underlyings. And as a matter of fact, Rackspace does have earnings coming up in February. I believe the date is 2/11. That's February 11th. I would verify that with either your brokerage firm or, like I said, we are going to be rolling that up. And as always, if you ever need any help, you can email us at info@tradespoon.com. Take a look at our training videos, and as always, you'll see a video right here explaining the pick. And check out our recent picks. Want to make sure that we're seeing what's going on with our latest picks. You can see the price change and so forth, and the performance. Keep an eye on this section here. So while you might miss an email or something of that nature when we close out a position, we did put a sell limit order in there or a buy limit order based on whether it was a long or short opportunity or strategy. You can see that we've closed out of some positions so far early this year. Take a look at this, and you can see not only when we got out of them, what was the net gain and loss, and so forth. All right, folks, well, that's your pick for January 14th, Rackspace, RAX. We're looking for a bearish position. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Take care and have a great trading day.